Hello everyone and welcome to the Johns Hopkins Kelly Gynecologic Oncology 6th Annual Stride and Thrive Race. My name is Antoinette and I'm a registered nurse at the Johns Hopkins Sibley Memorial Hospital. I'm so honored to share a practice with you all today and also honored that we get to tribute women who are affected by gynecologic cancers, hundreds of thousands of women. This practice is accessible for everyone as we prepare for our 5K run or 1-mile walk. We can practice from a mat or even practice from a chair. If practicing from a chair, just know that when we're doing some postures, and I'm coming down to something maybe called tabletop, and we're coming into lunges, your hands can be placed on the seat of a chair and be able to access the same postures that we'll be doing on the mat together. Also remember, if you need to have a blanket to pad your knees, just have that close by as well. Blocks are also helpful, but they aren't necessary. Let's get started. We'll sit in what we call Sukhasana in our easy pose on the mat. This can be in a crisscross fashion, and if you happen to be in a chair, you can just be seated, maybe placing your feet on the floor so that your feet are on the mat. You're present with your practice. If you're in Sukhasana, our legs are crisscrossed. And if you can't get to this posture, you can just keep your feet right out in front of you. We'll start off with a little centering. Either closing the eyes if that feels safe to you, or just keeping the gaze a few feet out in front. We start off by just taking a few deep breaths in and out. Arriving here now on our mats or wherever we might be to start our practice. With that first deep inhale, feeling the air as it hits the nostrils, cool, and on the exhale, as it comes out warm, we feel the lungs expand, gratitude for our practice and the ability to move our bodies in celebration of what this race is about. We take a moment to set an intention. Maybe we are able to come up with a few names of people that we are walking or running for today. And maybe it's for ourselves. A good deep inhale in and an exhale out. We feel the beating of our hearts, the expansion of our chest. And now let's open our eyes together, bringing our hands down beside us, and on the inhale, raising up, good deep inhale as we rise. Exhale as we lower, arms come down. If you have any sort of restrictions, come up to the place where you can come up to today as we inhale in, raising up, good deep inhale. Let's exhale down just the right arm. As we root down with that right hand, let's rise up with the left arm, reaching up high, and then head over to the right side as we stretch, lengthening through the left middle fingers, and then we'll come back up again, rising up, inhaling, exhaling down our left arm. Reach up as we root down with that left arm, rise with the right arm, inhaling, and as we exhale, let's head over to the left side for a nice stretch. Coming back up on the inhale, reaching up, inhaling, and as we exhale, we'll twist over to the right side, taking our left hand to our right knee. We take our right hand right behind us, just place right below the sacrum, right below the sits bones, and push the torso up and take a look toward the right side. In this twist, we twist from the abdomen, not from the shoulders. If we have the ability to twist a little farther, we do. Or we can just gently keep our gaze over toward the right side, allow the belly to expand and contract with the breath. And then let's come back again as we reach up and extend, arms come up toward the ceiling. And then let's head over to the other side, our right hand to our left knee, left hand right behind us. And we push the torso up, taking a look toward the left side. Good deep inhale as we inhale in and exhale out. Maybe we're able to look a little farther over toward that left shoulder as we twist from the abdomen. And then let's come back again as we reach up and extend, inhaling. And then exhale out halfway. As we do, we fan the hands out, letting the collarbone broaden, chest expands. And then on the exhale, bringing the hands together as we round the back, just feeling that lower back and the shoulders release, inhaling as if we're going to give somebody a giant hug, and then exhaling, bringing our hands back together. Inhale as we rise, good deep inhale. Exhale as we bring the hands back together. Remember, in your home studio, you can make this an audible sigh, good deep inhale, and an exhale down. Let's just roll the shoulders back and roll the shoulders forward. And then we'll slowly come over and bring the feet out in front of us, coming into a seated forward fold. So remember, sometimes our hamstrings are very tight. And if that's the case, you can just keep the knees bent as generously as you'd like. The idea here more is to keep the torso high, and then maybe you're able to sink one leg down and then the other. Let's all inhale together as we rise up with our arms, growing taller and lengthening through the torso. And then on the exhale, we'll start to hinge forward. You don't necessarily have to touch the toes, but mainly lean forward so that way you're able to start to access the hamstrings. And now maybe you're able to take one leg down and then the other. If you are able to go a little bit lower or even touch the toes, then go there now. And find your breath here as you breathe in and breathe out. Coming back again, good deep inhale. Reaching up high and an exhale down. Let's just take our right foot in, pressing it into that left inner thigh. I'm going to face you. Again, that left knee can be bent depending on how your hamstrings are today. Reaching up as we inhale, good deep inhale. And on the exhale, let's forward fold, taking our hands toward that left foot. Again, if you're able to touch your toes, that's wonderful. If you're able to reach in the direction of the toes, that's great too. If you happen to be on a chair, you're just extending that left leg out and just reaching forward, just finding, again, a good hamstring stretch. This is wonderful as we prepare to walk or run. Coming back as we inhale and exhale down the arms. Let's take our left foot into that right inner thigh. So same thing on this side. Again, this side might feel a little different. Maybe we're able to bring that leg down now. Let's reach up, inhaling, with gratitude for this practice today, and then heading down as we start to reach and lengthen toward that right foot. Again, maybe we're able to reach in the direction, maybe our hands come to the calves, or our hands come to our feet. Or maybe they're just up at the thigh right now. Again, maybe you're hinging over if you're in a chair. Find your breath here as you lengthen and extend, feeling that good deep stretch. Come back again, reaching up, inhaling, and an exhale down. Let's take both feet out now. So we're in a wide seated forward fold here. Again, the knees can be bent if we don't have some good mobility here. If you happen to be in a chair, you're just bringing the feet out into the shape of a V. Sit the torso high as we inhale in, reaching up as we extend, good deep inhale. On the exhale, take our left hand down to that left inner calf and rise up with the right arm. And then let's head over for a nice stretch over toward the left foot. Our feet are flexed, and maybe we're able to get into a deeper stretch here. If you wanted to rotate the body and start to head over toward that left leg, you could do that as well. You find the stretch that resonates with you today, and then let's come back again as we inhale in and exhale down our right hand. Rise up first with that left arm so we grow taller and find some length here, and then we'll head over toward that right outstretched foot. Again, we could rotate the torso so that we're heading over with our torso over that right leg for a deeper stretch, or we could keep it in that side stretch here. Finding your breath as you inhale in and exhale out. Coming back on the inhale, reaching up, both arms, and an exhale down. Let's bring our feet back together. We can crisscross the feet, and we're going to come up into what we call tabletop. So coming onto our hands and knees. This is a wonderful time that if you need to pad your knees and you happen to have a blanket in your home studio, you can do that. This is also a time too, if you had yoga blocks, you could use those, but you don't necessarily need them. Our hands are starfished out in front of us. Our hands are about hip-width distance apart, just right in front of our knees. Wrists are right underneath our shoulders. And remember, if you're coming from a chair, you just have your hands in the seat of a chair, and you can do exactly the same thing that we're doing now. We'll first start to take our right foot out. So bring our right foot right behind us. We'll push back on that right calf for a good calf stretch. And then if it feels safe and comfortable, rolling up onto the ball of the feet, and shoelaces part of the feet, just bending the toes. So right now, our feet are free on our mat. If you happen to be doing this in your running shoes, that's okay too. Just find that deep calf stretch, which would be perfect for your run. We'll gently bring our right heel over toward the right corner of our mat as we sink in on the right side. If it feels okay and you have strength in the upper body to just place that right hand down and start to hinge into that right hip, go there. And then we'll come back again as we take our heel over toward the left corner of our mat. Left hand and left knee are placed down, and then we'll rise up with that right arm, reaching up high toward 12 o'clock, inhaling. As we exhale, we'll take our right arm up and over the body for a nice stretch, lengthening through the middle fingers, letting the energy travel down to that right outer foot. And we'll windmill the arm over and down now. Right hand and right knee come back toward the midline, and we'll take our left foot out to go into the same place that we were before. Pushing back on that left calf, and we breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe we're rolling up onto the ball of the feet or shoelaces part of the feet, just with a nice toe bend, if that feels okay to us. We'll gently take our left heel over toward the left corner of the mat, and if we have strength in that left hand, be able to start to hinge into that left hip, gently taking our right hand off the mat. That gives us a nice outer band of muscle stretch. And then we'll come back again as we inhale. And on the exhale, taking our left heel over to the right corner of the mat, we'll pad the right hand, pad the right knee, sole of that left foot on the mat, and we'll reach up to 12 o'clock with our left arm. Good deep inhale here. Rooting down with that right arm, reaching up, and then on the next breath, taking that left arm up and over the body for a beautiful stretch as we reach and inhale. And exhale. Another good deep inhale in, and as we exhale, let's head back over, taking left knee back toward the mat. We'll do a few cat-cows now. So if the spine allows us to, we'll start to sink the chest low, buttocks and hips high, as we take a look up on the inhale, and on the exhale, we'll start to round the back, taking the shoulders up toward the ceiling. On this first one, tent the fingertips and let the energy travel up a little further. Now pad the hands as we inhale, swaying the back. And on the exhale, rounding the back. Last time, inhaling and exhaling. Coming back to neutral, let's take our right foot and bring it forward. Now, if you have blocks, that's great. If your hands are on a chair, that's a great also. Don't necessarily need it. We can spider tip our fingers. Let's all take our left knee behind us just a bit, just enough so that we start to hinge into that right leg, and we can start to feel the front left hip engage. Our hands can come up gently to the top of our right thigh as we hinge in a little further. We start to feel that left front psoas muscle as it opens and releases. Maybe we're able to flex that left buttock, feeling that left leg engage. Reaching up and extending with both arms, finding a deeper stretch, maybe from left fingertips down to the left knee. We'll clasp our hands together now and take a Charlie's Angels mudra as we take our fingertips up toward the ceiling, inhaling, and on the exhale, fingertips come over toward the right side. We feel that left front hip, maybe stretch a little further. Coming up, good deep inhale, and on the exhale, hands come down. In this runner's lunge, we'll tuck our toes under now and take that left knee up. Again, the fingertips can be spider tipped, or hands can be on a block. or hands can be on a chair here so that it's all inclusive. We'll take our left hand down and take our right hand to our hip. We're just coming into a gentle twist here. Remember, if this is too much for you, you can take that left knee down. Breathe here. And if it feels okay to start to extend that right arm for a twist, reach up and extend with the breath. Right arm's going to come down, windmill it down so it frames that right foot. And then we'll do the same thing on the left side as we take our left hand to our hip, taking a look over toward the left side. If it feels good, reaching up and extending with that left arm for a wonderful open stretch. Taking the left hand down again. Pausing here. Maybe we're able to come up onto the ball of that left foot now and push back on that left calf for a good runner stretch. Left knee is going to come back down again. And now we'll start to hinge backwards as we take the buttocks back toward the heels, straightening that right leg and flexing that right foot. Here we have a nice hamstring stretch again. Hands can be on the chair. Hands can still be on blocks if you need that. Hands can be on your hips as you find your deeper stretch. And then we'll gently start to walk the hands back. Bring that left knee forward just a few inches, and then we'll take the right knee back to meet the left. Let's go over to the other side. Left foot comes forward now. So we inch that left foot forward and take that right knee backward just enough so that we start to feel something in that right front psoas muscle. On the inhale, taking our hands toward the top of the thigh. As we inhale in, maybe hinging into that left knee just a little bit so we feel that right front psoas muscle a little more. Inhaling as we rise, good deep inhale, both arms come up. Clasping the hands together and sending the pointer fingers back up toward the ceiling as we inhale. Let's exhale now and take the fingertips over toward the left side. Again, maybe from the fingertips going down to that right kneecap, you're able to feel a deeper stretch here. Coming back again as we inhale. And exhale, hands come down to frame that left foot. We'll tuck the right toes under now and start to bring that right knee off the mat. In this runner's lunge, we could maybe come up onto the ball of the feet and then push back again onto that right calf. Breathing here as we go. Right hand down to the mat. We'll take our left hand to our left hip and start to take a look over toward the left side. Reaching up and extending if that feels good to draw that left hand up to 12 o'clock. Go there. And then left hand comes back to the hip, left hand back to the mat, and now we'll come over to the right side for another twist. So lunging in, we start to feel an opening along the right hip, reaching up and extending as we inhale, and exhale, circling the arms over and down. Taking that right knee back down again, let's hinge backwards as we straighten that left leg, flexing that left foot. And we start to hinge over that left leg for a wonderful hamstring stretch here. Good deep inhale. And an exhale. Walking the hands back, framing that left foot. Let's take our left leg back, and then we'll come up to standing however that might be possible for you. One idea is to take one foot forward, then the other to come up to standing. Another idea could be that you come up into your first downward facing dog. We can remove the blanket if it was there and take a moment in your downward facing dog. If you're practicing from a chair, your hands are just on a chair and you're still able to take one heel down and then the other. As you feel again, hamstrings engage, the neck is long, we find our breath. And then we'll all gently come up to the top of our mat as we walk up and slowly roll our bodies up, reaching up and extending. Good deep inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to prayer as we find our way here in Tadasana. We find a little stillness and ease as we make our way up to standing. Good deep inhale here. And an exhale, Tadasana. Just roll the shoulders back a moment. You can take some movement. I'm going to face you. And roll the shoulders forward. Reaching up and extending as we rise up, good deep inhale. Exhale down just the right arm. So just like we were doing when we were seated, rising up with that left arm so we grow taller on the left side of the body, and then let's head over to the right side for a nice stretch. Reach up and extend, inhaling, and exhaling down our left arm. Rise up, right arm as we raise and rise and lengthen through the right side of the body, and then let's head over to the left side. We come back again as we inhale, and then an exhale, hands to prayer, top of the mat. Let's do a little bit of movement now. Coming in and out of warrior ones. Good deep inhale here. And an exhale, Tadasana, our arms down beside us. We open up the chest as we broaden the collarbones, open to the possibilities of this practice and to this walk and to the people that we're walking with and for. Reaching up and extending, good deep inhale. Hands to prayer, we'll draw our right knee up. Finding length now as we rise up on that left side, growing taller. And on the exhale, taking our right foot back, let's step back into warrior one. Reach up with the arms, inhaling. Exhaling, hands to prayer, right foot comes to meet the left. Good deep inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhaling as we rise. Exhaling, hands to prayer, left knee comes up. So we find some balance on that right foot. Remember, if you need to hold on to a chair or wall, it's available to you. Good deep inhale as you rise, and an exhale, we'll step back into warrior one. Reach up, inhaling. Exhale, hands to prayer, left foot meets the right. Inhaling in. Exhaling, Tadasana. Let's do a quadricep stretch now. So if our hand's on a chair, that's wonderful. Hand to a wall, hands can be to a hip. We'll gently find some weight in that left foot as we draw that right leg up, catching the back of our right ankle. We'll come into a quadricep stretch here. If we wanted more, we could draw that left arm up with the breath. If we wanted still more, we could start to bring that right leg back. So find the way that works with you today, what you need in your practice. And enjoy that stretch as we prepare to walk or run. Another good deep inhale in, and as we exhale, arms come down. Let's go to the other side. Give that left leg a little kick first, and then when you're ready, grabbing that left ankle, inhaling as we rise with the right arm, and then find the way that works for you now. Maybe you want to hinge forward, taking that left leg slightly behind you, or stay perfectly still. We find our breath here as we inhale in, feeling that left quadricep, and then when we're ready, coming out of that posture. Good deep inhale, both arms come up, reaching up high. Exhale out halfway, and just like we were doing when we were seated, inhaling as we rise, arms outstretched. Exhaling, hands to come together for a lower back and shoulder stretch. Inhaling as we rise. Exhaling, hands come together. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last time. Inhaling. And exhaling down. I'm going to have my back to you so that we can do a little bit of an elbow stretch, arm stretch. As we reach up and extend, gently bend that right elbow and catch the right elbow with the left hand. Start to draw that right elbow in toward the crown of the head, taking the hand in between the shoulder blades. And then we'll gently take a stretch over to the left side. We'll come back, both arms come up. And then on the next breath, catching your left elbow with your right hand. That left hand comes in between the shoulder blades. And then we'll gently stretch over to the right side. Coming back as we inhale, good deep inhale, and an exhale coming down. Let's step into warrior two together. And we're almost at the end of our practice as we inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhaling, coming up, good deep inhale. As we exhale, hands to prayer, our right knee comes up. Inhaling as we grow taller on that left side. And let's step all the way back, taking our right leg all the way back to warrior two. Right foot's perpendicular to the left. And we'll windmill the arms up and over the body as we outstretch that left arm. We find our drishti, our view over the left middle fingers. We could sink into that left leg if that felt good to us. And remember that we can also be doing this from a chair. Good deep inhale here. Let's flip our front palm and reverse our warrior as we rise up. And now find length in that left leg as you straighten it out. Flex that left foot and grow a little taller on the left side body. Come back to warrior two as you bend that left knee. Inhaling. On the exhale, taking the left forearm to top of thigh, and we'll rise up to 12 o'clock with that right arm. Inhaling in. Exhaling, right arm comes up and over the body. Inhaling here. And an exhale, right hand to right hip. We're just going to hop that right foot forward a step, and then take the right foot to meet the left. Inhaling in prayer, hands to prayer. Exhaling Tadasana, hands down beside us. Inhaling as we lift, we're going to go over to the other side, inhaling. As we exhale, left knee will come up, our hands to prayer. We find weight in that right foot. On the next breath, growing taller on the right side of the body, so we're able to take that left foot all the way back into warrior two. That left foot now perpendicular to the right, and we start to windmill the arms up and over the body, and find our drishti over the right middle fingers. Again, we can hinge into that right knee just as much as our body allows us to. And then we'll flip our front palm and reverse our warrior as we rise up with the right hand. Maybe we're able to hinge into that right hip a little bit more. Maybe we feel that left pinky toe make contact with the mat or our sneaker, depending on where we are and what we're doing. We'll come back to our warrior two, and we'll straighten that right leg now, flex that right foot, and let's flip our front palm and reverse our warrior once more for a deeper stretch. We'll come back to warrior two as we inhale in. And now as we exhale, we'll take the forearm to the top of the thigh. Left arm comes up to 12 o'clock, and we'll take that left arm up and over the body. Again, lengthening through the hands, the fingertips, we take it all the way down, the energy to that left foot. Taking that left hand to the left hip, we'll gently hop that left foot forward, and then left foot will come to meet the right. Hands to prayer. Let's do one last posture together before we find some stillness and ease to finish our practice together. Taking some weight into that left foot, we'll gently find our way into tree. Either a kickstand with our right heel to our left ankle, or if it's possible for you to take your right foot to your left inner calf, or even more possible to take your right foot into your left inner thigh. Find the way that works for you. And grow your branches however it resonates. Reaching up high if that feels good, reaching out wide, or maybe it's a wavy tree, or maybe the hands come back behind you. However it is, find stillness and ease in this posture. Honoring yourself if you're walking today, for you, for our mothers, for our sisters, for our friends, for our aunts, for our grandmothers. Good deep inhale here. And then exhale, let's bring our feet down. Shake out that left foot and come to the other side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Taking our left knee, left ankle to our right ankle. And then now either taking that left foot to that right inner thigh, or if you want, taking that left foot all the way up to that right inner thigh. Pausing here and finding stillness. Maybe creating a beautiful mudra as you take forefinger and thumb, maybe coming down to the knee and then rising up with the arm. Inhaling here and exhaling. Another good deep inhale in. And as we exhale, coming out of that posture. We'll bring our hands to prayer for a moment. Just gently rocking up onto the toes, rocking back onto the heels, and then making our way in the standing posture, maybe taking one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. We can close our eyes if it feels safe to us to do so. Being present in this last few moments together. Honoring ourselves for coming to our mats today. Honoring this beautiful community that we've created in this 6th annual race together. Honoring all the women important in our lives that we walk and run for. Another good deep inhale in. As we exhale, let's bow together and share the word, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me, and best wishes for a beautiful walk or run today. Namaste.